Hello, Ruth.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's quite all right. How are you today?
Ah, I'm great. Really, really good.
Well, I tell you, it's great to hear your voice. It's been probably 6 years since we last spoke, and we saw you here at the Hard Rock Casino, and what a fantastic performance. I mean, I've seen you guys perform over the years, with the original lineup and your sister and all, and I don't know, you just guys get better every single year.
Wow, that is so encouraging to hear. It really is. It blows me away as well because it wasn't like something that was planned for our life.
Yeah, I mean, did you think you would still be doing this today when you first started?
Not even. No way in hell. I thought I was going to be done about 30 years ago.
You gotta
But
love it though. I mean, you're doing what you love, and you're bringing such joy to people that come out and see you.
Well, that's it. That's the thing. It's just I can't for the life of me um, understand why this never occurred to me in the past. But I guess being young it has a lot to do with it. You just as I get older, I find myself being more appreciative and just grateful for the time that I have
Mm-hmm.
with my audience, and they just are like there with me, and I'm just like, really, guys? I look out in the audience and I see all these baby boomers.
I mean, because your guys' show, it's a party show. I mean, you got a couple of the ballads and such, but I mean, when you get with Jump and Neutron Dance, and I'm so excited.
Hey,
I mean, this is a party show.
hey, child, it is a party show, and I love it. Every time I do it, when we get to that part of the show, me and my daughter and my granddaughter, we look at each other kind of like when you're at a starting line for a relay race. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, here it comes.
Well, we're looking forward to
It's great.
seeing you this Saturday night here in Coconut Creek, Florida, at the Seminole Casino. Really, really nice, intimate venue. So I think you'll really enjoy it.
Oh, I like intimate venues. They're
Yeah.
really nice.
And then
So
after the show,
we're
you can
looking
go
forward to
through.
being there.
What was that?
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think you guys have ever been there, but what's so great about it is that when the show is done, you can go throw all the money you made that night into those nice shiny machines out there.
Oh my God! Yeah, I've never been one of those girls. Not even. It's just
You take it from the left pocket
maybe.
and you put it into the
What's
right
that?
pocket. I wanted to
Oh,
I wanted to ask you, thinking way back when you were a little bitty child, can you recall like the first time that music really had an impact on you when you first heard it and you're like, what the heck is this? You know?
yes, yes, I can. I had a very precious, dear girlfriend when I was in grade school. I think I was in the fourth or fifth grade,
Uh-huh.
and I remember her. Um, she came to my dad's church probably an Easter or for a Christmas program or something like that. She was just a part of the neighborhood, and people would show up on those occasions that normally wouldn't be there. And this girl, with the most amazing smile, with one of those Michael Strahan gaps between her teeth,
Uh-huh.
attracted my attention, and we became friends. And then I found out that she was in the same class with my brother, who's 2 years older than me, Fritz. And we just started hanging out together. And she had these 45 records at the time with the big hole in the middle.
Yes.
And she had Elvis and Chuck Berry and, I'm All Shook Up and all these, you know, uh, just wonderful rock and roll records. And then it went into another friendship with a young lady, Paulette Holloway, in Oakland, California, that went to a different high school that I did, but she and I became friends. And she had an amazing record collection of Motown, first days of the Supremes and Smokey Robinson, and she also had records from Red Fox and Rudy Ray Moore and
Oh my.
Richard Pryor, early, all that old. That's when it happened to me. Because we didn't play those types of things in my mom's house, in my
Sure.
dad's house. And when I would go and have a play date, as they call it today now, with a girlfriend, oh, their house would be full of this kind of music, and it just went right through me.
Now, at that time, and even throughout your whole career, who are some of the bands that you were, or singers or artists that you were listening to that inspired you and may have helped shape your musical style?
Well, for sure, the Supremes, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas, that whole Motown lineup during those days, the girl groups, and the guy groups, the Temptations and the Isley Brothers when they were there, and it spoke to me. The music, Stevie Wonder, it just spoke to me in such a spiritual way. Me and Anita, we talk about it even today sometimes. We were just talking about it the other day because my mom had a friend that was a member of my dad's church, and we would go to her house occasionally to hang out, and she had an amazing record collection as well. And that's all we wanted to do when we got there would be to sit down in front of the hi-fi.
Yeah, the hi-fi. I remember that.
Yes. We would sit in front of the hi-fi and just play record after record after record. And at that time, they were 78s and 33s, right?
Yep. I remember when you had
God.
that big piece of furniture in the living room. It had the TV, and you lifted up the top, and it had the radio, and it had the record player
That
in
was
it.
it.
And, yeah, those are
That
great.
was the hi-fi, child, the console.
Yeah, the console.
The console, yeah.
And you had to get up to change the channel. Hey, you were just mentioning some of the girl bands and groups, back in the 60s and early 70s. The same night that you guys are going to be here Saturday, Darlene Love is going to be doing a show not too far away. Would you mind if I kind of grabbed her and kind of brought her over to your show and
Absolutely, if she can do that. I just saw her last year, late last year, in Worcester. She was at a beautiful theater there, and some girlfriends. I took a couple of girlfriends of mine, and we went and saw her, and went and said hello backstage. She and I took pictures. I still have them on my phone. She is the ultimate queen for me.
Oh,
she really is.
Well, we got to get you guys together because her show and your show together, there's an explosion going to happen.
Oh my
there.
God. Yeah. She's definitely one of my, one of the girls that I admire and look up to and aspire to be like. Her along with Miss Ross, Diana,
Of course.
Tina Turner, Aretha, Gladys Knight. These were my girls. Martha Reeves.
Yep.
These are my girls. These are my girls. Yeah.
Now.
And I loved them, and never realizing that I would ever really meet them.
Well, you're in the
Wow.
same class as they are, sweetheart. Don't sell yourself short. You're right there.
Well, like I said previous, it wasn't in my plan, so something other than me got me there.
Now, your voice is your instrument, and what do you do, if anything, while you're on tour to maintain your vocals for your shows?
Sleep and rest.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all you can do. I mean, you can drink all the tea in the world and all kind of lemon and honey concoctions and sprays and stuff. But I've even heard from some of the best opera singers, not personally, but in observing their docus and stuff like that. And Miss Mariah, when you want to preserve your voice, simply shut up.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. Shut up. Just got to be quiet.
See,
Really.
That's a good thing for you because, if you're ever somewhere at a gathering or something and you're just not up for conversation, You can just tell people,
Yeah.
I need to save my voice for the show later.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to
Well,
talk
yeah,
to them.
I mean, and that's a one of the reasons why we always go in a day ahead of the show
Ah.
and rest the entire day of the show before we do the show that night.
Oh, well, then I'm
You
going to
know,
come.
we don't
I'm
want to
gonna,
have to be.
Yeah, well, that means I can come over and join you in the pool on Friday then.
What?
I said, since you're coming in on Saturday, that means I can come over on Friday and join you guys in the pool.
Oh, no way. We're not going anywhere near any pool.
Yeah, for
If
Florida.
it was 1975, I might have taken you up on that. But,
That's funny.
oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
what's next on the horizon for you and the Pointer sisters? Anything new coming up?
Nothing really new coming up. You know, we like what we do, and wouldn't want to make a whole lot of changes. It's just the audience is our gauge. They want to hear these songs, so something new would just be like, what? You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we've had that happen before. Early in my career, we would come out, we'd be coming out with a new album, and we'd really be excited about it, and we want to, you know, sneak and let the audience hear it, and they sit there and look at you like, what are you? What?
I got to be honest with you. Between you and me, when I go to a show and let's say I'm seeing a band like the Eagles or something, you know, and you're going there to hear all these great hits. And they say, we just released a new album, and we're going to be doing some songs from that album tonight. My level just kind of goes down about 30% because, you know, you want to hear what you know, you know. And
Exactly. Yeah, because you want to go to that place. You know, it takes you to a place and time. You know, where you have a memory when that song was hot and you were doing this and that and you were in a certain area in the world and a certain space in your youth, and it was, oh God, I love going there.
Yeah, when I hear Neutron Dance, unfortunately, the thing that pops into my head is Eddie Murphy's face, because I'm thinking Beverly Hills Cop and all that kind of era, you know, and all that stuff. So
exactly.
It definitely takes you back to a place, and that's where we want to go, because we can't go there every day.
Exactly. I mean, you can hear music, and you can almost have a mini movie going on in your head while you're listening.
Exactly, whether it's high school or a song from your
Whatever
wedding or
it is.
something. Exactly.
Right.
Well, Ruth, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to talk with us today. We're going to turn this around.
You're so welcome.
We're going to turn this around probably within the hour, and we'll send it out over to Will. And since I have your number, I will text you the link, and you can look at it as well when it's done.
Okay.
Great. Are you guys going to have a merchandise booth at the show this weekend?
I don't think so.
No. Where are we going to get our goodies at then? Need some Pointer Sisters goodies, some vinyl, some shirts.
Hey, you check out the website. Pointer's Corner's got a lot of stuff, and you can always pick up my book. You can always order that on Amazon. So hey, there you go.
Perfect. If we can come back and say hello, that would be great.
Do that.
Will do.
We'd love to say hello to you. Yes.
All right. It's been a pleasure, Ruth. Safe travels on the road, and we'll see you Saturday night at the Seminole Casino in Coconut Creek, Florida.
All right. Thank you so much.
Much love to you. Safe travels.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, dear.